Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about Costa Rica. I'm seeing more and more it kind of sneaks up on me between videos and social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, comments I get on my videos, questions, emails I get about people tracking me down. Especially in the wintertime, there's a lot of people coming to Costa Rica, a lot of our types down here. There are several different things going on, and there's a lot of things, you know, I'll have to tell you, I've lived here 15 years, and I can't tell you that I'm an expert on all things Costa Rica because I'm not an old retired dude like most of the gringos down here. I've always been, you know, kind of scratching, hustling, making a living while I was here, so I live in, it's kind of like people that live in anywhere else, in the States, whatever. I live in my little town. And I've spent most of my time here, and I really haven't traveled like I should. That's going to change, but I will get to that in just a little bit. But yeah, I've been noticing lately there is I think they're trying to build a sustainable community. I joined the group on Facebook. It's a fruitarian gathering, something or another, and it's over in a little place called Talamanca, close to Limon in Costa Rica, which is on the Caribbean side. I haven't spent as much time on the Caribbean side. The couple of times I've been, I really enjoy it. But personally for me, I couldn't really see, I prefer living on the Pacific. There's lots of rain in the Caribbean, and but it's very nice over there. But I think they're trying to explore a sustainable community. I don't know that much about it. I'm not sure if there's a lot of people with money involved, or if they're really able to buy the land, or if they're just talking about it or whatever. There's that group. Then there's just individual people down here. You know, the video I did a few days ago, I got looked up by a high-carb vegan when she was coming through, who's a YouTuber. Currently, and I follow him on Instagram, really nice guy, Chris Kendall of the Raw Advantage. He is down here for a couple of months, and he comes here every year and does retreats. He's a surfer too. He's a skate punk, so he does surfing, skating, raw food, yoga, all of it. He's down at a place right now called Fuente Verde, down probably about 3.5 hours south of me, and it's very close to one of our highest peak down here. Our highest peak is, God, I have no idea how high it is, but I've had friends climb it before. But anyway, he's down there for a couple of months, and I know he's doing a few programs while he's here. I know he's doing a retreat at the Farm of Life. At some point, I'll have to look that up. I don't know if it's for 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever. The other day I had somebody that wrote me from Montezuma, Costa Rica, which is up north of here, and asking me, you know, if I'd ever been to Montezuma. I've been there a few times, so there's more and more people. I've told you before, there's a very, very good organic market in San Jose. Now, I don't know that there's so many raw vegans or high-carb vegans there. There's just a lot of people, I think, that are interested in the organic food. About 2.5 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours south of me, in a little beach town called Dominical, or in that area. I think that's close to where the Farm of Life is. Not on the beach, but they're like kind of in the mountains, but not too far from there. And then a little further south of Dominican, and there's a gather. You know, people are kind of scattered, and some of them don't do YouTube, and I'm not connected with them on here, so I don't know how many. But I want to think that there's a little group down around that area. And then a little bit further south of there is a little town called San Isidro. And I can't remember if it was Chris Kendall or somebody did a video about a week or so ago. And the fruit looks off the hook there. I forgot they had gotten something like 20 kilos of mangoes, and everything looked really good. I don't know if that is organic, but I'm definitely going to check it out. And I'm hoping to start moving around more. As I've mentioned to you guys before, and the time's ticking away. Today's Thursday. I have, you know, my next roommate, house guest, will be here next Thursday, and they are raw vegan also. And I'm not sure what their plans are. They just want to, you know, chill out and relax and take some time away while they're down here. I'm sure at some point they're going to want to travel, and I'm hoping, and that's good for me because, you know, I don't make a lot of money. I don't have a lot of spare money just to throw around. So to be able to split travel expenses with somebody is nice. So I'm hoping to get out and, you know, make some videos from other places. And Oh, I didn't tell you guys yet. Let's see, what's 6 months from now? I made a big decision last weekend. I sat around, I took the whole weekend to write an email to my boss, who I've mentioned before is a good friend of mine. I just don't have time to get all the things done I want to. I'm able to do my videos, and that's about it. The blog is just like, you know, I'm just not getting, I can't remember the last time I did a blog post. I'm working on one today, but I want to do that regularly because there's some of the material that I want in written form on there. And just I enjoy writing, and even whether it's information or as a creative outlet. Actually, I've got 2 blogs, but the second blog, or actually it was my original, my first blog is from my old vacation site, which I'm revamping. So in 6 months, basically what I told him was that I wanted him to phase me out of the job. So in 6 months, I'm going to be on my own, and I'm going to be devoting myself to several projects that I want to do, and one of those is really getting out and making videos out and about and showing things and going to exciting places and seeing a few more things other than just seeing this talking head in a little square space. So when I do that, I'm really going to, and I don't know how long I'm going to do that before I have to pick up another freelance job, a little sideline job, just to, you know, help pay the bills. But I'm at least going to do it for 3 or 4 months. Who knows, maybe I do it and then I get to football season and I can always pick up a job with an old boss writing sports. But anyhow, I'm going to go starting probably June, July. I'm going to be free. I've got nobody to answer to other than just to me, other than to make videos, travel around, show you guys Costa Rica. I'm even already thinking a whole series, you know, called Discover Costa Rica with very different topics. Now, as I mentioned from time to time, if any of you guys are interested, you know, I've got somebody coming next week. And they will be leaving right about the time that I go to the States for the next time. So they will be leaving on April 1st. I'll be leaving to go to the States on April 1st. I'll stay in the States for approximately 2 weeks. Be back in Costa Rica in mid-April. We'd probably want a week or so to get back settled in, but by late April, it could be you. I'm looking for somebody else that wants to come down. Now, it's really tough for me. I need somebody that at least wants to come a minimum of a month. It'd be great if you could come down for 3 months. You know, we could really bounce around. You got plenty of time to just live, eat good, eat all these fresh fruits we've got down. Mangoes are only going to get better and better. But a month is really about the minimum because I really don't want to run a B&B and just have people coming in all the time. Now, if, you know, I don't always have somebody. If you're kind of spur of the moment, or if you want to kind of be on hold, you know, if I don't have somebody in the house, you're welcome to come. You could come for a week, you could come for 2 weeks, but prefer, you know, try to come and stay a month. I know for a lot of people, but, you know, you're settled, so you can't do that. And then, you know, for then the next 3-month period or whatever, if anybody wanted to come down and it works out where the house is open over the summer when I'm totally free, you know, I'm going to be wide open. I can help you. You can help me with some of these projects. I'll help you show you the area where all the good fruit and stuff is, and it'd be great. Okay, one more little thing before I start wrapping this video up. People ask me all the time about living down here, and I'm just going to kind of give a little brief synopsis of this, and I will try to go into that as I do the Costa Rica series more and more, or when I start the Discover Costa Rica. Living down here is much, don't look for Shangri-La. It's not the little cheap, you know, it's not some little, and it's not an island. People write me all the time about the island. Costa Rica is not an island, folks. Learn a little geography there. No, I'm just joking. I don't even remember if I knew that before I came down here. It's in Central America. It's nestled between Nicaragua to the north and Panama to the south. But it's not what everybody likes. Like, people read stuff. Number one, read TripAdvisor just to hear about some of the areas, but don't take really any advice off of TripAdvisor. I used to haunt TripAdvisor a lot, and there's a lot of agendas and whatever in there, and I read stuff about Costa Rica. I'm like, really? Have you even been here? This don't even sound remotely like anything I know. So don't, you know, don't go so much on what you hear on the internet about this cheap little Shangri-La. Now, you can live cheaply down here, but the biggest problem, especially gringos have, and gringos isn't a bad term. If anybody is from anywhere else, you think whatever, we're gringos. And the ticos, gringos, we don't have no bad fans, we're just gringos. It's a slang term, but you get these gringos come down here that are used to a standard of living in the States, and when you have that standard of living, it's pricey down here. You know, you've seen me shoot over in front of that condo over there. Those are probably $250,000, $350,000 condos over there. And I was coming back from Sunset the other day, and I could see the way one of them was furnished because it was opened up, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is money, like in the States. Now, if you can, see, if any of you are my age, probably even 10 years younger, you're going to have a hard time relating to me because I'm like a kid, and that's why I relate more to the younger folk. Because I've lived like a backpacker, a surfer. I've always had, this is the biggest place I've lived in down here. I've lived in what we call cabinas, which are basically like one room or maybe a kind of open room and a bedroom, small places. So, you know, I don't own a lot. I kind of, and it's not roughing it. I'm very comfortable here. I can tell you my house, it's 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. I've got 1 bathroom out in my rancho. It's comfortable. I've got an AC. I don't use it all the time. I use it when I need it. I use it a bit at night to sleep. It's just a very simple house, but it's comfortable. I don't want you to think you're living, you know, like in a slum, but it all depends on your lifestyle. If you're kind of she and you're picky and you're particular and blah, 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 well, you're going to have to pay for that. And the biggest thing is, and we'll just cut this one today, and like I said, I'll do some more on living here, and if it gets even down to it, on relocating here, because I can help with that. But I just always want you to be realistic. Too many people just blow dreams of sunshine and rainbows and all this, and there's a realism to it down here. Just to come right out and say it, Costa Rica is the most expensive country in Central America. I see people coming through here all the time that have been to Guatemala, been to Nicaragua, and they're like, good Lord, it's expensive down here. Now the lifestyle we live, I couldn't afford. God, my old lifestyle, I went out to eat with some people one night just to sit with them. And the prices, it's like you sit down like the old way I would eat. If I ate one of my normal dishes, fish dish or something with a beer, we're talking 25 bucks. Now the way I eat, it's still pretty reasonable. Actually, the way I eat is cheaper down here than when I go back to the States. But things, you know, you got to do your homework. But anyhow, we're going to be exploring Costa Rica more. You know, this is going to become more than just a little show in the house and, you know, just talking about food all the time. We're going to talk about food, but we're going to get out and we're going to see what's going on down here. We're going to see the land. We're going to see more living, you know, than just talking, you know, get out and move around. Hopefully, and maybe even by this weekend, maybe I'll go for a hike up this mountain down on the south, Miros Mountain. It's a little easy hike up. I think I'm getting my bike back today, so I'm going to put the GoPro on the bike and pop around again. But anyhow, if you guys have any questions, if you're interested in coming down here, you know, in April or in the summer or whenever, check with me. You can always, you know, I don't always put my email down there, but you can always reach me because on my channel, there's a link to the website, there's a link to my Facebook page, there's a link to, I think, Instagram. You can find me. People have found me, or you can even just like search my name on Facebook or whatever. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you will look forward to learning more about Costa Rica and the fruit scene down here. Peace.